Hi, this is Dr. Rami Corey, Michigan College Emergency Physician President. I'm joined here today by Dr. Brad Walters, who is a physician at William Beaumont Hospital, Assistant Program Director for the Residency Program. And today we're going to talk about the value of MCEP membership and the value of membership in our association, ACEP. So, Dr. Walters, why did you become a member?
Well, it's clear that I'm older, all right? So actually things changed, all right? When I first joined ACEP, and then of course my state chapter MCEP, was way back in the day when emergency medicine was first establishing itself as a specialty, and that was the key issue. It was the issue that drove almost everything. We were not a standalone board. There was just a huge issue of acceptance of emergency medicine, and that's why I first joined. Emergency physicians needed to band together to literally establish the specialty. But it changed. It changed for a number of reasons. Certainly politics, reimbursement, and the specialty matured. Things changed. I changed. I got older. The issues that confronted me as a younger physician are different than the issues that confronted me as an older physician. But here's what hasn't changed. A community of emergency physicians are able to accomplish the mission, what we went into medicine for, care delivery for our patients with greater effectiveness, efficiency, and greater innovation as a group and as a large group in some issues than we can individually. And so that has been a driving force that has kept me as a member that has not changed over time, even though the specialty has changed, I've changed, and my needs have changed.
So, and I like hearing that. For me, coming into it, I joined when I was in medical school, and I continued through residency, and now as an attending for 15 years. And what I find interesting is my view on it, even though I've been always a member, has changed dramatically as I become more and more involved. The reality is, it's worth every penny. And to address the thing that I hear people complain about, our Michigan dues are a little more expensive compared to the rest of the country, and ACEP as a whole, if you're joining from Michigan, is about $1,000 to $1,100. Now, if you're going to join other associations, let's say AMA and Michigan State Medical Society combined, it's about the same price. But what do you really get for that? Well, the things that MCEP has done over a number of years, and this started way back to when I was a resident, when we changed to a two-tier payment system through state Medicaid. It helped change the state system to save the state a lot of money. It included an uptick in physician reimbursement on professional fees for ED physicians, and you knew exactly what you were getting, which is much better than what you were getting previously. So there's a financial return on investment. Most recently, with our work with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services to get an assessment and then an uptick in Medicaid reimbursement on professional fees, put the equivalent of about $10,000 a year in every ED physician's pocket throughout the state if you average that out. It was $10 million more going to emergency physicians. But what does that really mean? So it's a tenfold return on your $1,000 a year investment every single year. That's pretty incredible. But I do know that some of our doctors work in private groups, some are employed physicians, but at the end of the day, we all impact each other. Because when you are in an employment model, your facility actually does an assessment for payment, right? So they're reimbursed by the federal government, and when they are paying you, they have to pay you fair market value. So they do that assessment. Well, if the market value goes up because those around you are getting increased reimbursement, your reimbursement increases, and you make more money even as an employed physician.
So what you're saying is that no matter what the employment model is, economics is economics, and it has to affect you. There is no way you can get around it. Maybe when you're a fee-for-service physician, it might do it sooner, okay, in maybe a more granular way. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, the economics affect all of us, and we cannot get away from it. And so the savings, or let's say the increases in reimbursement that that the Michigan College has been able to facilitate for us, actually becomes meaningful no matter what your employment model is.
That is 100% correct. And that's just the start. The other things that we have done, as we've been dealing with opioid laws here in the state of Michigan and being on the cutting edge, and let me rephrase that. Michigan College of Emergency Physicians was the cutting-edge physician association in the state of Michigan to start addressing the opioid epidemic. We were the first to have prescribing guidelines. And to that testament, it allowed us a lot of access in Lansing. And because of that, the reason physicians can write 3 days worth of an opioid or a scheduled medication without having to check maps has everything to do with Michigan College of Emergency Physicians' ability to negotiate with our legislators. That is a win for all of us, and I don't think people realize how big of a deal that is, because it is an absolutely huge deal.
And not only that, this is exactly what emergency physicians are. This is exactly where we stand out. We stand out in areas like gun control, where the NRA said, that's not in our wheelhouse. Well, it is exactly in our lane, and the groups that spoke out on that, the American College and the Michigan College, were very eloquent in getting our voice on meaningful issues that affect our patients, and the opioid epidemic is just one example.
And to reiterate that, we have a mixture. If you look at our association, we're right down the middle. Right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter. The goal is patients come first, and we have to take care of each other. And what I love about MCEP and what I love about ACEP is that we do take care of each other. And if you talk to lobbyists around the country, you talk to the Beckett Hospital Review, single associations that are advocacy for one specialty do a much better job in advocating for that specialty because they have one goal. If you have multiple goals, it becomes very difficult. And as the newest specialty, to have to fight an uphill battle constantly to get your agenda items, I think is difficult. So that is really the political value of MCEP and ACEP.
But I'd like to take it even a step forward, and you mentioned it. It's taking care of ourselves. I have said before, I've actually ended up as a letter that went out. I'd like to say that my career has not had its rocky times, but it has. And being able to interact with emergency physicians in various different venues was extremely helpful in keeping the fires that brought me to this specialty and brought me to medicine burning bright, and keeping that enthusiasm for what I do. I've often said, if you get several physicians from the same shop in a group, what does the conversation devolve to? Well, we're bitching about something. Administrators, the electronic medical record, the nurses, whatever. But if you get a bunch of physicians from different areas of the country, different hospitals, the conversation elevates. It's interesting patients. It's problems solved. It's, oh my God, those people have the same issue I have. I thought I was the only one. These are meaningful moments in a physician's life that allow you a longevity, which now for me spans 36 years.
So to finish, I would like to say MCEP and ACEP is physician wellness. MCEP and ACEP is camaraderie. MCEP and ACEP is family. When I come here, I learn a lot, I gain a lot, and in addition to that, I bring back cutting edge things to my own department. And that's just the start. If you look back to what the message has been throughout the year, we have to lead. We have to be active. We have to show in a professional excellence kind of way that what we do anywhere we get judged as emergency physicians. We actually get judged as MCEP, whether you are a member or not.
No physician got to where they were by themselves. There were people and organizations that helped and pushed them along. The Michigan College and the American College of Emergency Physicians have been just that for me. Not the only ones, but an important one.
So to finish off in our 50th anniversary year of the Michigan
Yeah.
College of Emergency Physicians, I would like to thank all the amazing godfathers of emergency medicine that helped start this college and helped start our national college. And I would like to ask our young physicians and our residents coming up to continue this lifelong endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you.